Hey, you tourists, it's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Base. It's gonna do this is how we do Texas, baby. Man, that's back. You know what it is. Know what it is. All the place, 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 all the place. Go get it. All the place, all the place, all the place. Go get it. All the place. Go get it. Is right back of the base. It's gonna do this is how we do Texas, baby. Man, that's back. You know what it is. Know what it is. Real men rise up. Fake men rise down. Real women rise up. Fake women rise down. Brought to our preacher, preacher. And today's topic to talk about is. I hate doing this commentary of this video. I heard a comment that really got me off because I want to talk about Esau. White people are the Esau in the Bible. Listen to this. Read all over in Genesis 25:25, and the first come out red all over like Harry and they call his name Esau. For them to say that black people are the red or Esau, black people don't red all over unless they mix with European. This is Esau right here from the Westerner society. God damn, man. I heard a comment and I heard something like this. Whoever this guy is MFC or 0040. He trying to say actually Esau was a black man with a red hair who's married a Bino African Canaanites and giving birth to the Caucasian race. Maybe so. Maybe so. But why does it says in this Bible red all over? Oh my God. Let me explain this because when you hear the term but it's really carcass, but they mix it with Mongols. Let's go to word Caucasian. Here's it says carcass, but it's actually carcass instead of Caucasian. Our Caucasoid is a tribe for Caucasians over there in the mountains. It said it right here. Caucasian race or Caucasian race or Caucasoid or Europezoid has been used to describe to the physical type. I mean, for the physical or biological type of some or all the populations of Europe, North Africa, the Horn of Africa, and West Asia, and Pacific Asia, and South Asia. It said it right here. The term was used in biological and analogy for many people from the region without necessarily to skin tone. Anybody can be a Caucasian. They said it right here. And this man that came up this term, whatever his name is, Jonathan French Richmond Bach, he came up with this. And this guy too, Christopher Menton, and in his the outline of history of mankind in 1785 from the British Royal Society, that they claim were these a part of this Caucasian race from the South Caucasus region, or what is now the country of Armenian, Kazakhs, and Georgian, Armenian, Kazakh, and Georgia. You know, like Georgia, but really actually Georgian people. And it's eight shades of Caucasian. See, this is close as Irish people and Mediterranean race. This is the race is in Iran or Afghanistan, whatever you want to call them. This is the race of IPAN race. So you know what they operate. They working on their face features. What they define with certain race. That part of the Caucasian and race Armenian, Armenianzoid, and Alpine race. And this is a black. It's Hamitic, and Arabic and Arabic Hamitic is part of Caucasian. And Derbic and Nordic race. And this is Hindu mixed with Aryan. This is what they call a real Aryan they talking about. But they jackified this guy because he got a dark skin, because he don't fit the racial narrative of the Western society. The Georgian skull block was discovered. I mean, the Georgian skull Blumenbach discovered in 1795, which is to use to the hypothetically hypothetical side, or the region of the Europeans from the carcass. See, this is the carcass. This is the carcass that they claim. And these are the countries: Armenian, Kazakhstan, Georgia, and Russia. And unrecognizable countries, and Ababa, and not Monterey, and South Meridian. Overrating. This is what, and Amkamba and Tedba and Yama and Kotamadaba. This is what they define of these race, and this is the carcass. This is what they claim where the Anathols were found. Right here. They said this. I didn't believe this. But they might tell the point where these damn races actually came from, but this is what they claim where it actually came from, what the actual original Caucasian race. I don't think whites know this, but some might know this. But anybody can be a Caucasian regardless of the necessary skin tone. But the real carcass people is these race of people: Armenian, Kazakhstan, and Georgian for the South Caucasus. This is South Caucasus between of both barrels between Europe and Asia. So that means intermixing with the Asian people, or whatever you want to call them. So Asians and whites are brothers in the Bible, right along with Africans are brothers with whites and blacks. For those your informations, people, who are the people from the Edomites? These are Edomites that they're talking about. For those who don't know, now white people know what I'm talking about. White people know, but this is what I'm talking about for my folks. Because when we hear the term Caucasian, we assume that we think, oh, we talk about the people from rednecks. Where you think the rednecks actually came from is making fun of poor white folks. See, these are Edomites. These are the people that red all over. Let's go to black Edomites, because they claim, well, black. It actually, man, it's what really pisses me off, man. When they say stuff like that, and don't even know actually name Edom. Let's go to black Edomites. Now there might be some black people got the Edomites. Now he might be closest Edomites, but everybody else no. But he the closest one. See, this is the Edomite. It's red all over. White people are the people of red all over. Now it can't be possible a black man turning into a white man, and a black man. I mean, a black man turning into a white man. That's what I'm trying to get at. And a white person turning red. But if they stand in the sun and too long, they start turning black. Or stand in the cold. You could say they start turning and they start palement of the cold. Black people, they stand in the sun too long, especially dark folk, they start turning to black to white. People can look this up. Back then in Roman, they called the Edomites city. Who you think they're talking about? Romans. These are really Esau. Where you think redheads come from? Edomite people. White people with the red heads and color eyes and color hair. But if they're red in their head and red skin, 9 out of 10 is a white person. So get that fucking shit out your fucking heads. You got some stupid ass ignorant people saying this shit and knowing in their mind. Have you ever looked at Caucasians? Because if you look at them, they come from different shades. It is actually Esau was a black man with a red hair who married albino African Canaanites and given to the birth the Caucasian race. Maybe so, but you don't see too many black people or red unless they're light skinned. But dark skinned, they don't have it. Come on. Come on, man. It's the same way they say black people who are dark. When they say dark, man, and I suppose that from them black supremacists, because they full of shit, for them to say black mattered. Guess what they talking about black matter? Especially, I even heard this from Professor Griff and all the rest of them trying to say that a black man is so damn black, he's so tired black in the universe. Every black person don't dark like that, and they know this. Every black person ain't dark like that. I'm gonna show you an example. If you go to Africa, Africa is their color is dark or darker color. If you don't have that color, you're not a true African. And I'm going to say this to the African American community and black Americans. They should know this. Same thing when they say the word carcass, the real Caucasians. No, I left the Asian and says carcass. White people who are red or pale, but mostly red. So you're 100% a Caucasian or carcass. Same thing, Asians who are normal yellow and bright yellow. You really an Asian person with slanted eyes. These people so damn dumb. They don't want to look at that, but they want to argue. Shit. I mean, goddamn, are you that dumb? I'm gonna show you an African color. This is what they claim. They always talk about Black Lives Matter. When they say Black Lives Matter, they're basically saying Dark Lives Matter. That's what they're saying. It's the same way they always say, if it ain't white, it ain't right. If it don't look right, it ain't right at all. I never buy that theory because it's stupid. Because every white person ain't white all the time. Most whites are non-white. Most blacks are non-blacks. Why you think they say anti-black and anti-white? People who are against white folks and people who are against black folks, or they want to be a part of blacks or part of whites. It's the same thing Asians. It's the same thing the Jews. It's the same thing the Muslims. It's the same thing of women, men, and gays. I go on. These people so damn ignorant, man. They really ignorant. See, most black color is this. You see the difference between white, pale, with blonde hair and blue. That's why them damn white supremacists believe this kind of stuff. And the black supremacists, they believe that black is dark or dark hair and brown eyes. So all you racist supremacists, period, from black and white, y'all full of shit. But if you mix with black and white, what color is it? What? White chocolate, you motherfuckers. Y'all know this, but y'all don't want to hear it. I could kick these white racists' ass and these black racists, because how can you sit there and be that dumb? I swear, man. This is what they meant when they say pure. Let's go pure white, because these white supremacists, they always talk about this. Let's go to pure white skin, because they always bring that up. Let's look it up. Shall we look this up? This is what means to be pure pale. Do every white person look pale like that? No. White folks ain't that much pale like that. And let's be for real. Unless they close to bino, right? That's bino color, right? And bino can be any effect of the color, affected the eyes, and affected the damn skin. See, every white person don't look like this unless they are binos. African binos, or you could say it might be European binos. But it's funny they won't talk about binoism. Did you know that there are people out there are killing binos over there in South Africa? Africa, period. And they need to do something about that, because this is wrong in so many words. And there's binos in every other color. But it's funny they won't talk about it. It's funny they won't even mention the damn word of it. You won't even hear black people say this. They look white and black to you? No, they just look like they're albino. Look at this shit. If I ever hear one more comments like this, man, I swear, that goes to show you. You see this right here, albinos playing a black children. Everybody knows the truth, and there's black kids that have blonde hair, kinky hair. There are white people who got kinky hair. But for some, but you can't tell these people nothing. You see the purple eyes migrated. You see that, and that's like whatever her name is, Elizabeth Taylor color. This is why I hate to say it. Whites do got the most beautiful eye color and beautiful hair. They the only race of people do that. And I've been hearing this from these white brothers and sisters, that people jealous of them because of that, and maybe so. And my folks do jealous of this. But just same thing, they jealous of us. We can produce between our legs, but the truth is anybody can have a bigger penis than any other race. And and we play that stereotype. Black men do play the stereotype. I don't buy that belief, because I know that's bullshit. Just like I don't believe that more brain side is more brain way ahead in this world. I never buy that. I think it's dumb. These white supremacists are full of shit, just like these black supremacists. We need to be careful when we say Black Lives Matter, because we're basically saying all lives only matter. Because we sound like those so-called white racists. Because white racists say the same thing when they say, well, anti-white is a code. Anti-racist is a code word for anti-white, meaning they want to get they want to destroy the white race. When I heard this, I kind of laughed, because Marcus Garvey said this years ago. Africa is for Africans, Asia is for Asians, Europe is a Europeans. They said this years ago. And Marcus Garvey was wrong about that, because even though he was born in Jamaica, he didn't step a foot in Africa. No disrespect, Marcus Garvey, but he didn't step foot in Africa. So he wrong on that, saying that. It's wrong for a white person to say it, or Asian. I said it's all bullshit. It doesn't even matter who the original race. First they're gonna say the original race is white, the original race is black, the original race is Asian. Everybody trying to divide everybody. But you see what I'm talking about? They need to start telling the truth how racism got here. But I'll tell you what the problem is. It's not white. It's not black. It's not none of it. It's this bullshit right here. It's the scientific racism they trying to promote. Same thing. I'm gonna leave it to this. It explainedly racial consciousness and public has been an accusation of scientific racism for publish an article on a controversy intertime of human human intelligence and graduation and language and mythology and anthropology and racial subtopics and translated label scientific racism criticized the studies that claim to publish a connection between, for example, race intelligence, and argue that it promotes the idea of superior, inferior, and human races, trying to put one group against another group. Stop buying this bullshit right here, because it's a fucking lie. And I'm gonna say this to blacks and whites, especially whites. Stop buying this shit right here, because it's all a fucking lie. And blacks, stop buying this stuff too. You see how they put a black man and a white woman, and they slick. They know what the fuck they're doing. If they're against racism like they say they would, then why they didn't fucking destroy it? I swear, man. That's why I'm buying this. I don't. I said fuck this damn racism and fuck anybody who buying this bullshit. Any white, any black that buying this crap, you need your ass whooped. And Asians too. You really believe that people tell you that? It's all about a form of humiliation, fucking control. They want to control the other human certain race. White, black, Asian. They want to control all races. They talking about mixing is wrong, but in other words, it's gonna fuck up this racist idea. Only way you're gonna be this kind of color, you gotta be this kind of color to be that typical certain race. Bullshit. All this stuff that people talk about. That's why I say fuck Black Panthers, fuck Ku Klux Klan, fuck the Nation of Islam, fuck the KKK, fuck the skinheads, fuck all of them. And all whites and blacks need their ass whooped to believe this shit right here. This scientific racism. I had enough. I get tired of hearing when they say the word cracker, nigger. It's all the same. It's all bullshit. You can buy that damn bullshit all you want, but yet y'all don't want to be discriminated because somebody discriminate against y'all. You know what? Live your life, people. Because I'm gonna tell you something. We're all one race. We're all one people. We just do things differently in other races. That's all. Yes, we're different. People gonna say, "Oh, we're not the same," but it's funny. We got the same blood type. It's funny we got the same head skull. It's funny that we got the same heart shape. The problem is we have two different opinion things how we view in the world. But we don't have the same meaning of agree or disagree and move on. That's all whites and blacks have to do. Just move the fuck on. That's why people gonna continue going always buying to this stuff right here. This race problem. They did the same shit over there in Europe, divide other Europeans. That's why you can't tell the difference with who's Caucasian and who's not. They did the same bullshit over there in Africa. They divided them in groups. That's why you can't tell the difference between this African and this not. They did the same shit over there in Asia. They divide Asians in groups. That's why you can't tell who's Asian, who's not Asian. Stop buying that bullshit what people tell you. And that goes my own. Because we be the first one to say something. And whites too. Oh, it's the niggas fucking up the country. You fuck up the country. No, I ain't told you to do anything. You can buy the shit all you want. If it ain't the Muslims they want to blame, if it ain't the gays they want to blame, the women they want to blame, the men they want to blame, or whites they want to blame, or blacks want to blame. I'm sick of this bullshit. Stop watching CNN and Fox News because they're not going to tell you, oh, we're the ones, we did this. Yeah. I'm sick of this shit. I had enough of this. I am sick and tired of hearing my folks always talking about, oh, we're the Esau. Bullshit. Unless you mix with Esau. If you got the hair color, the eye color. Because that's one thing Europeans focus on right there. If you come from the Caucasus region of the Caucasus Mountains. And they said that the term anybody can be Caucasian regardless necessarily of the skin tone. They said this. Anybody can be African or black. Anybody can be Oriental. Anybody can be Asian. Why are people buying this shit? But you know what? I know why. It's a color system. That's all it is. That's all racism is about. It's a fucking color system, and they're making money. That's why they put out these damn race movies. Especially you damn civil rights leaders. You full of shit. You full of shit. But yet y'all come from the descendants of European brothers and sisters. Come on now. We need to move forward, move on. We still argue who is superior and who's not. Who gives a fuck? Whites and blacks want to be on top or the bottom. And Asians too. Whites and blacks, they will never get along. Because all they doing, they going backwards instead of going forward. I think deep down, they want to separate from each other. I don't care if we're going to separate other races or not. I really don't. Because at the end of the day, they're going to get hurt by their own just as much as they get hurt from other people. And what gets me, they tell you, well, stick with your own. Well, there's some people stick with their own and they still getting fucked with, right? You better ask the Asians because they get fucked over their own people all the time. Whites fuck over their people all the time. Blacks been fuck over people all the time. You put one African, another African, they don't get along. Tell black Americans they African. I ain't African. That's the first thing they say. I ain't African. I'm from America. Tell a Caucasian they Caucasian. I ain't Caucasian. I'm white. Tell an Asian person they Oriental. Oh, they get mad at you. Oh, you say I'm Oriental? I'm Asian. They get fucking mad. We all one race. I don't care what nobody says. I don't even care about my own what they say. I had enough of this. If we don't get past this color, and that goes to any race, if we don't get past over this, we gonna fuck each other up. And frankly, we deserve it because that thing, I'm telling you, Obama is both. Look at Obama example. White people know that Obama got some white in his blood. But I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. Most ignorant white brothers say he don't fit the racial narrative of the racial type or to be a Caucasian. From hair color to straight horse hair or the skin color. That's one thing they focus on in the side of the skull, especially Caucasian. They love focus on this. They love focus on it. Blacks, they focus on the hair, the color of hair, and the skin tone. We love focus on that. We love focus on that, man. We really do. We love focus on that. Only way you're gonna be pure if most white people is pale, but every white person ain't palish. Some whites are red. Some whites come from different shades. Some of them brown. Some of them black. There's a white guy that actually is a Caucasian, but he actually really a black guy. Looks does deceive him. And Paul Mooney even said it best. He even said it best. Shit, I got a person told me, do I got some Caucasian ancestry, baby? So But I don't fit the racial narrative order to be a Caucasian. I mean, it to me it's bullshit. We need to grow up fast. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. I see why people believe the stuff they've been taught. Black people know who all blacks ain't black. We know that. Whites know every people ain't white. People know that. Everybody knows Asian ain't Asian. People know that. We're all one race of people. That's all we are. And Ku Klux Klan and Black Panther, they need their ass whooped because people keep listening to them, and yet, but it's funny about Black Panthers, they won't even mention White Panthers. You can look them up because there was influence by the White Panthers. It was white people got together and said we're going to influence by the Panthers, but really it's going to be fans with the problems in the white community. It's funny that the Ku Klux Klan they will never even mention. They will never even mention the so-called Knight Templars because they actually the Knight Templars. They actually the Knight Templars, and they brought some black people into the Ku Klux Klan, and it's kind of crazy. And they wear Klan robe and black robe. That's something I never understand. How can you say you hate another race, but yet you wear the color? That's telling me right there. If you hate black, stop wearing the color black. If you hate white, stop wearing the color white. See, you see where I'm trying to get at this? You see where I'm going with this? If you hate the Asian people, stop wearing the color yellow. I don't buy this stuff because it's all bullshit. And I tell white and blacks and everybody else, how can you be that dumb to believe it? But you know what? I'm not gonna say a word. I'm not. You know what? You're gonna believe what you want. What people gonna talk you. And even women, how can you be that dumb to believe that? But you know what? They should have never came up scientific racism. But I'm gonna say thank you, our government people. Y'all did a good job. Divide everybody in groups and turn against one another. People trying to say they divided by apes and trying to say the modern man and the modern modern man and modern ape woman has sex, and they translate it to ape to human, to ape. Come on, man. Are you serious? But that's what they believe. I just think the point is we're all one race of people, and the one race is the human race. Don't let anybody tell you different. We need to have love and respect one another. But white people are the Esau's, the people that they are today. You see it. Even in movies, even in video games, you see it. White people are only race of people who have skin cancer because they need something that's gonna it's gonna protection of the lotion cream to protect their skin and tanning their skin. Why do you think Caucasian tanning their skin for so much? Because they lost a part of their milk. And who the missing trace part from away from them? It was blacks. Blacks lost a part of their skin, a part of their out of their trace. A missing in trace is really towards whites. Why you think blacks bleaching their skin trying to blend a part of Europeans? If you watch a movie called ATL movie, one of Rashawn friend, and he was saying in the movie, he said, "Wow, man." He told one of his, it was a guy from New York named Brooklyn or something like that, told this other guy, "Wow, man, look at you, man. Your skin turned to ashy." Because some people say if blacks stay in the sun too long, they start turning white. They went from black to white. Same thing if whites stand in the colder climate of the cave, they went from to all the way to paliment to all the way to paliment out of their skin and went from a look like albino color. I mean, the facts is facts. The point is this: we're all one race of people. But same thing, whites have stayed in the sun too long. They start went from a white person to a black person. It can be possible if you think about it. I don't know how Asians got in here. Asian, they probably melanin part of white and black. Because if you look at Asian, why do you think they melon? They melon it out between the black and the white. And what is that called? Yellow, right? But give me your comments, give me your video response. Because I really want to break this down because we need to get off of this I'm superior and I'm inferior bullshit. It's bullshit. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard in somebody's mouth when they say, well, slurs are slurs. Everybody gonna say race is slur, but if you ask them what it means, they can't tell you. They don't know. You could do your own form of research because, like it or not, white people are the Esau, especially in the Western culture, to the suburbs and all that, and some part of the people from Esau. But what's your suggestion and what's yours? Peace and one much love for everybody. All right? All right. It's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Base and Chugga the Deuce. Society do text, baby. Until next time. All right? All right. Peace and I'm out.